Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you doing? I am Instrucko Udisha and I welcome you to the second video on the series of percentages. The first video has already been uploaded on our YouTube channel. I would suggest that if you have not watched the first video, go back to it because the first video captures all the major concepts that we will be working on today in this video. So if you want to have fun while learning in today's class, I would suggest you go back to those concepts. And if you're someone who was there with me in the first video, I hope you have done your homework. I hope you've revised your concepts and have done the questions that I asked you to do in the previous class. And if you have, you are on the right track. Congratulations, because today you're going to have a lot of fun learning with me today. So what is the plan for today? We are going to recapitulate all that we did in the first video. We will try to revise all the concepts once, and then we will hop on to mathematical problems and understanding how to apply those concepts in today's class. Okay, so without any further ado, I hope you're excited to get started. So last class we understood what fractions are, what percentages are, and what percentages basically mean. And then we hopped on to the major concept on understanding how to convert fractions to percentages and vice versa, and also how to convert decimals to percentages and vice versa. So there were a few steps that have been taught to you earlier. The first one was converting fractions to percentages. So you were asked to first find the equivalent fraction with that denominator as 100, multiply the equivalent fraction with 100, or write the numerator with the percentage sign. So as we all know by now, percentage basically means a fraction which has 100 in the denominator. The percentage is sign. So if ever you remove the percentage sign, all that you need to do is put 100 in the denominator of a fraction and it will basically remain the same. So converting fractions to percentages, these were our steps. The next one was converting percentages to fractions. You remove the percentage sign and write the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as a denominator. Very easy. Then you simplify the fraction or write it in the simplest form. I hope you're clear with this one. Next concept that we understood was how to convert decimal to percentages. I hope it was clear what the decimal number is to you. So to be able to convert these decimals to percentages, you try to multiply the decimal number by 100 and then put a percentage sign along with the answer. Very easy. This is the easiest that it can get. 0.05 into a percentage, you multiply 0.05 into 100 and then you put a percentage sign and 5% is your answer. Next up, you had how to convert percentages to decimals. So you remove this percentage sign and write the number in the form of a fraction with 100 as a denominator. Then you convert the fraction into decimal by putting the decimal point by skipping 2 digits from the ones place of the numerator. Basically, if you know how to divide a number by 100, this is going to be an easy apple pie for you. Very easy. Okay. उसके बाद after that we did one worksheet. This worksheet was all about understanding how to convert fractions or mixed numbers as percentages, and I hope you've done your homework because let's see. This was 40%. This was also 40%. This was 68%. This was 75%. This was 550%. And this was 370%. I hope if you watched the first video, I hope you went through these questions again and I hope you do not have any doubt. But if you do, please feel free to reach out to us in the comments below. We will try to answer you as swiftly as possible. Okay, next up, so these were your correct answers. And for today, we are continuing with this practice of trying to solve these problems, applying the concepts of percentages. So, yes, next up we have how to convert the following decimal into percentages. Choose the correct answer. If you understand, if you know the two steps that we went through in the previous slides, how to do it. Step number one, you multiply the number by 100, and then two, put a percentage sign right in front of it. What happens if you multiply a number by 100? The decimal point moves 2 steps right. I hope you know that. So decimal point will move 2 steps right. So let's do these ones. 0.42, if you multiply it by 100, move the decimal step 2 points right, you get 42%. Similarly, I would want you to do all these. Take 5 seconds, try because this is very easy. Take 5 seconds, quickly pause the video and then do it. Okay, okay. So I hope you've done it. This one, 0.050, move the decimal points two steps right, multiply by 100 basically, and you get 5%. This you get, this is a bit tricky if you do not fall into the trap of it. This is 634%. Next one is 0.3%. Oh, this is 3%. This is a very tricky one. I hope you did not mistake it. Next one, we have 105%, and the last one, but not the least one, we have 1001%. I hope you got it all right. And if you did, congratulations, you're a perfectly right track. And if you made even one mistake, it's completely fine. It's completely natural to make mistakes. Just go back to the steps, try to understand where you went wrong and redo it. I am sure you will get it. This is very easy. I am sure you can get this. Okay, let's do the next. Let's see what's up next. Okay, so next worksheet talks about being able to convert the following percentages into fractions. So here we have to drag and drop the correct answer in the given questions. Okay. So, how do we convert percentages into fractions? 5% basically means if you remove the percentage sign, it means 5 divided by 100. And then you simplify 5 by 100, the fraction, into its simplest form. Similarly, you do for, let's take 2.5, the fourth one. 2.5 percentage basically means 2.5 divided by 100 in the denominator. And then you simplify that problem and you have your answer. I hope I will give you 5 seconds to do this one and let me know once you're done. Pause the video, do it, and then continue. Okay, so let's do it together. Check your answers if you got them right. 5 by 100, simplify it, you will get 1 by 20. Let's try that. Yes, the right answer. 25%, 25 by 100, simplify it, and you will get, is it 1 by 40? Did you get 1 by 40? Did you get 1 by 4? Let's try 1 by 4. And that is the right answer. I hope you got it right. 3.75% basically means 3.75. Oh, sure. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's do the second one. 60%. 60% basically means 60 divided by 100. Which one is it? Which one is it? Which one do you want to go with? Do you want to go with 1 by 40, 3 by 80, 3 by 5? Let's try 3 by 5 once. And that is the right answer. 2.5 by 100 is 25. Sorry, 2.5 by 100 is which one? 1 by 40, 3 by 80, 201 by 2000. Let's try 1 by 40 once. And that is the right answer. Next up, we have 3.75%. Now, these two, the last ones, this one goes here and this one goes here. I hope you understood how to simplify these fractions. I hope you understood how we did these. Basically, what we did was removed the percentage sign from in front of the numbers, and we equated it by dividing the number by 100 in its fraction form in the denominator. So 3.75%, for example, can also be written as 3.75 divided by 100. And when you try to simplify it in its simplest form, I hope you know how to do that. So if you try to do that, you will get 3 by 80 as a fraction in the simplest form, and that will be your correct answer. I hope you got that. And I hope it's not very tough for you because if you go back to the steps are very easy. You do need a few prior requisites like being able to convert a fraction into its simplest forms. But if you know that, you're very good to go. And let's continue. Next one. So these were your correct answers. Congratulations if you got all them All of them right. And once again, if you could not, it's completely fun, it's completely natural. Go back to the steps again, try to understand where you went wrong, and you have got this. Let's go. So we move on to the next exercise. This one also talks about, okay, this one's different. Convert the following percentages into decimal forms. Drag and drop the correct answer in the given spaces. Now, how to convert percentage into decimal form? Very easy. Again, you follow the same step. 7 by 7% means 7 divided by 100, right? So you divide 7 by 100 and what number you get. You solve that fraction into decimals and whatever answer you get is the right answer for you. So do you want to take a few seconds? If you do, please pause the video and do it on your own. Otherwise, we will try to do it together. Okay, so 7%, which means 7 divided by 100, the answer should get is 0.07. When you divide a number by 100, what do? You move the decimal point two steps to the left of the number, opposite of what you do when you multiply the decimal with 100. Okay, I hope you know that. Next one, 10%. When you divide 10 by 100, what do you get? Move the decimal point two steps left of the number and you will land up with 0.1 as your answer. Next one, 17%. Basically, 17 divided by 100, you will have 0.17 as your answer. 134% divide 134 by 100. Move the decimal point 2 points left, so we have 1 and 2, and it should land here after 1 and before 3. So you have 1.34. This matches our right answer. Next one, 825. Very easy. Likewise, what we did with the fourth one, it is 8.25. Next up, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and the right answer is 43.25. I hope you understood how we did this. Basically, to be able to convert percentages into decimal, you remove the percentage sign from the front of the number. You equate it as the number being divided by 100. So if it's 7%, you equate it to 7 divided by 100. And whenever you divide a number by 100, you move the decimal point two steps left of that number. When I say left, you add zeros in front of the number. So, for example, when we divided 7 by 100, we moved the decimal point two spaces left of the number and we landed up with the answer that is 0.07. I hope you're getting this. And these were your correct answers. Let's get going. Next, okay. Congratulations. That was the end of our first worksheet. I hope you're doing well and this is not very heavy for you. If it is, it's completely fine. These are concepts that need deeper understanding and they need time to be understood. I am sure you'll grasp it. Go through the videos a few times if you are having trouble anywhere and you will get it. I'm sure you'll get it. Okay, so coming up next, we have a few next other concepts. Let's learn how to convert ratios to percentages and also how to find the percentage of a given quantity. I hope you are ready to learn these concepts. Okay, so let's get going. Next, let's start with understanding how to convert a ratio to percentage. Now, instead of two steps, we land up having three steps, but I'm sure they're very easy. Let's see what they are. Write the ratio as a fraction. So 3 ratio 4, you write it as a fraction is 3 by 4. Then you multiply the fraction by 100. So 3 by 4 into 100. And whatever the answer you get, you add a percentage sign with the answer. So 3 by 4 into 100 is 75. And then you add a percentage sign right in front of it and you get 75%. I hope you understand how to get 75. Basically, you tried to simplify the fractions. I hope you know how to multiply the fractions. 3 by 4 into 100. So what I did here, ideally what one will do is you will try to divide 100 by 4 and you will have 15 as your, sorry. you will try to divide 100 by 4, and whatever the number you get, you multiply that number by 3, and you should get 75 as your answer. It's 400 divided by 4 is 25. You multiply it by 3, you get 75. And then you put a percentage sign right in front of it. So you get 75% as your answer. Similarly, the second 1 by 5, 1 ratio 5, you write the ratio as a fraction, which is 1 by 5. Then you multiply the fraction by 100, you get 1 by 5 into 100. Then you divide 100 by 5, you get 20, and then you write a percentage sign with the answer, then you get 20%. I hope these steps are clear to you. Let's move on to the next slide. Next slide talks about how to find percentage of a given quantity. Now we're getting to something a level up. So, how to find the percentage of a given quantity? You need to write the percentage as a fraction with the denominator as 100. Did we understand that sentence? So, you write the percentage, that is 5%, as a fraction with the denominator as 100. So, if you have 5%, you write the percentage, you take the number of the percentage 5, and then you write it as a fraction with the denominator as 100. So 5% becomes 5 by 100. Then you multiply the fraction by the given quantity. Now the given quantity was 40. 5% of 40. So the question when I say 5% of 40, it basically means what if I have 40 boxes, what will the 5% of those 40 boxes be? So if I have 40 pencils, what will be the if I say I have 5% of 40 pencils, how many pencils do I have in real in my hand? Okay, that is what the question means. When I say 4% of 200 ml, when I say I had a glass of milk which had 200 ml milk in it and I drank 4% of it, the question that is being asked here is how much ml milk did I drink in reality? Understandable? Okay, so how do you solve that? We just went through the steps, we'll go through them again. So you write the percentage as a fraction with the denominator as 400. So if you have 4%, you write it as 4 by 100 and then you multiply the fraction by the given quantity. So in our first example, 40 boxes was our given quantity and our fraction was 5 by 100. So you multiply the fraction 5 by 100 with our given quantity, which is 40, and you get the answer 2. So when I say I have 5% of 40 pencils, it basically what I basically mean to say is I have 2 pencils. Similarly, 4% of 200 ml is 4 by 100, the fraction, the percentage as a fraction form and with denominator as 100. And then you multiply the fraction with the given quantity, which was 200 ml. And I got 8 mls. So what I mean when I say I drank 4% of the 200 ml milk, I mean is I drank 8 mls of milk. Ml is milliliters. So I drank 8 milliliters of milk. Okay? Okay. So these are a few steps that help you understand how to find the percentage of a given quantity. Let's see what we have up next. Up next, we have worksheet on these two concepts. If you still are having any trouble, if you have any doubt, please go back to the video, go back 10 minutes or maybe 10 to 5 minutes back and try to understand what I just said and try to read through the slides again. Write those steps down in your notebook and then hop onto the worksheet and I'm sure you will get it. Next up, so let's do the worksheet here. The worksheet talks about we have to convert the following ratios into percentages and we have to write the answer with a percentage sign in the given space. Now, as we talked before, how to convert a ratio into percent? First of all, you write the ratio into its fraction form. So 1 ratio 2 will be written as 1 divided by 2 in the fraction form. So 1 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator, and then you divide the fraction by 100. So the first one will be 1 by 2 into 100 and the right answer should be 50%. So 1 by 2 is also, you can also call it half. Half of something is 50%. So the first answer is 50%. Yes, so we write 50 here and we write a percentage sign right in front of it. Okay, next. And that is the correct answer. Let's go. 3 by 5. 3 ratio 5 is in the fraction form. 3 in the numerator, 5 in the denominator. You multiply it by 100. Divide 100 by 5, you get 20. And then you multiply 20 by 3, you get 60. So your answer should be 60%. Let's check that. And you've got that right. Let's go. Next up, we have 7 ratio 4. You can write it as 7 in the numerator, 4 in the denominator in the fraction form. Then you multiply it by 100. You land up with 25. When you divide 4 by 100, you get 25. And when you multiply 25 to 7, what do you get? When you multiply 25 to 7, this one, do your calculations. When you multiply 25 to 7, you get, this is something that requires multiplication skills. And I hope you've got your answer, and I hope this is what you got. Okay, I am sorry about that. And yes, if you've got 175%, congratulations, your multiplication skills are also in place. Next up, you have 9 by 10. So 9 in the numerator, 10 in the denominator. You multiply the fraction by 100, divide 100 by 10, you get 10. Multiply 10 to 9, you get 90%. Let's check 90%. And congratulations, that is also your correct answer. Next up, we have 14 ratio 20. You write it in the fraction form, 40 in numerator, 20 denominator. Then you multiply the fraction to 100. Divide 100 by 20. You get 5. You get 5. And then you multiply 14 to 5. You multiply 14 to 5. You get 70. And that should be your answer. Let's see. And yes, that is your answer. Next up, you have 2 um, 2 by 8. So you write it at 2 in the 2 in the numerator, 8 in the denominator. Then you divide 100 by 8, or you can try to simplify. 2 by 8 is 1 by 4, and then you try to. So okay, first you write 2 ratio 8 in the fraction form, which is 2 by 8. Then I would suggest you try to simplify this fraction into its simplest form. You'll get 1 by 4. Now this fraction is equal to 2 by 8, so you can use this fraction in the simplest form instead. Now you multiply 100 to this fraction, and the calculation will be a bit easier. Multiply or divide 100 by 4, you get 25, and that should be your answer. So try to minimize and try to simplify your fractions as much as possible, because that eases up your calculation. So let's check our answers. And congratulations, all of your answers were correct. I hope you understood how we're doing it. I would suggest you, after you're through with the video, I would suggest you come back to these worksheets and try to do them on your own without my help, without playing the video, and then check your answers. If your answers are matching, you've got it. If not, go back to the slide, write down the steps on your own in your notebook, and then try to do it all again. Okay? Yes, let's go. Next up, we have, okay, find the value of the following and write them in the given space. So, we just learned how to find a percentage of a given value. So, I will quickly tell you how to do this one, and we will do this in the next video. What does this mean basically? The first one is 10% of $50. So, supposingly I said I had $50 and I gave you 10% of the total 50 that I had. So, how much money will you have? That is what the question is asking. So, 10% of $50 is how much? That's exactly how much money you have, right? So, what were the few steps that you were supposed to do? 10%, write the percentage in its fraction form. So, you write it as 10 by 100, and then you multiply the fraction by the given quantity. What is our given quantity here? 50, right? So you multiply 10 by 100 by 50 and you get 5, right? So when I say you have 10% of my $50, I mean you have $5. And that is your correct answer. This is how all of these are to be done. The last one is a bit tricky. These are mixed, the first percentage in itself is a mixed fraction. It's not a simplified number. So try to do this on your own. If you could do them all, next class we will check your answers. And if you can do this, congratulations, well and good. Try to do them. If you cannot, it's completely fine. We will do it in our next class. This class, all that we've done, go through it again and try to do the questions again on your own. Let's see if you can do them. If not, like I said multiple times, go back to the slides. Please make your notes, make your own notes, write your own the steps that I have given you, they are a sentence. Write your own sentences, write your own interpretation of those sentences, make your own notes because that way you remember more. And instead of mugging up the steps, I would suggest you learn by solving problems. You have a few problems that have been given in the worksheet and the one that we have discussed in the video. Other than that, come up with your own random fractions, come up with your own random numbers and try to find the random percentages and check your answers. See if you got them right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to one of us to in the comment section. We'll try to answer you. Feel free, enjoy the process. Percentages can be very fun if easily understood. I will try to simplify it for you as much as possible. And even after that, if you have any problem, it's completely natural. As much as it is fun, it is also tough. I'm not going to deny that. Even I had troubles understanding this concept in the first go. So it's fine. As long as you're determined to learn, you will get it. And congratulations, because you are as curious as a cat and as cunning as a fox and you've got this. So see you in the next video. Please do your homework. Please make your own notes. Please revise the concepts again and please try to solve these questions again. Okay? See you in the next class. Till then, bye bye, take care and study well.